Okay, it's Sunday, and I've spent about 40 hours of work cleaning up this dump site here in the Ephemeral Pond in the East Mesa, south of Porter, west of Dunn Drive. And since yesterday, when I had it all cleaned up, a group has come by and dropped this pool ladder, burned this chair out of a truck, and deposited all of these cans and bottles here. It looks to be that we're having rave events here in the desert where people are bringing their wood, their Aquafina plastic bottles, their Ultra Michelob beer, their Coors beer, and they're whooping it up here in the desert. And I want them to know that this plastic that they're burning in the tires, these pallets that they're burning, this is a pallet that was burned, so a bunch of pallets were burned here. New, because I had this all cleaned up, Dr. Pepper, etc. So the plastic that's burning here from the tires and from burning these Aquafina and other kind of plastic water bottles, didn't even drink the water. That's how interesting this rave event is in the desert. I think it's a coronavirus acting out, rebelling. They're noticing that I've been cleaning it up, and they're darn mad about it. They want the freedom of the desert to trash it any way they want. And I'm sorry, but you're polluting the groundwater of the Jornada aquifer. This water runs into the Mesilla Valley aquifer. Some people say it's cut off from that, but the surface water and the aquifer water blend in. I'm sorry, but water knows no boundaries. It wants to get to the ocean, and it flows, maybe a little slower in the Jornada basin, but when you're drinking that water, nano-plastic is breaking down in here. Nano-plastic is virtually invisible without an electronic microscope, and it is so small that it actually floats in the air. As you burn it off, it floats in the air and it soaks into the ground, into the aquifer, and it goes through the water cycle, and you drink it. You cannot filter it out. Sorry. Those nanoplastics are too small for your filters, and they lodge in your lungs. That's why medical studies are showing that people's lungs in the United States and around the world now are being polluted with nanoplastic. So I'm going to ask that people start using this ephemeral wetlands pond that's been here some 200 years when farmers and ranchers a century ago, 2 centuries ago, decided that they would do something to create a little reservoir in the desert. Here's another plastic water bottle. Aqua hydrate. 2 more electrolytes. So it's kind of ironic that you're spending money for bottled water that costs 2,000 times more than tap water. And if you take the, I'm going to pick that up. If you take the Moongate Water Challenge, you will find that the water in Moongate water and the water in Las Cruces water taste entirely different. And the reason they taste entirely different is because the kind of pollutants that you're trying to filter out of Las Cruces water are not in the East Mesa water. So there's some people here think that if you take the taste challenge, that your Jornada water, the Moongate water, is going to beat it every time. And I'll pick that up too. Why don't we all pick up everything? Here, 24 hours after getting this completely clean, it's trashed again. Popcorn. That's going to help the birds, I'm sure. I don't think it's actually that good for you. And here again, throwing trash over under the bushes and calling that purified water. You're drinking this water. You are consuming these nanoparticles. And this is very popular here with the group. But we'll clean it up again. And I invite all of the people that have a responsible notion of doing as their grandparents did, their ranchers and farmers, grandparents and great-great-grandparents, of taking care of the water in the surface and in the ground, because that water takes care of you. So whoop it up, and we'll see if the trash battle will be the victors of the Ravers or the victors of the people who were taught by their grandparents. Pack it out. Pack out what you bring in.